Okay, now turning Dr. Pepper into a hot sauce might seem a bit weird, but it's actually really delicious. And in terms of effort, it's one of the easiest hot sauces you can make. So let's get snacking. For this recipe, you'll need an onion, a couple of tomatoes, some moderate heat chilies, and a can of Dr. Pepper. If you don't like Dr. Pepper, then I don't think we can be friends in real life. But you can substitute it with Coke. It'll just taste a bit different. We'll start by peeling and dicing the onion. You don't need to be too precise because it's all going to get blended at the end anyway, but the smaller you cut it, the quicker it will cook. Then scrape those into a small saucepan. Next, onto the tomatoes, I'm just cutting the hard bit out of the center and then simply chopping those into a small dice. And then they go into the saucepan too. Next, some fresh chilies. The hotter the chilies, the hotter the sauce will be. I'm going for a medium heat, so I'm using serranos, but any chili that you like will do just fine. And this is around 165 grams, or roughly 30 chilies. Then we'll chop those into small pieces. Again, no need to be too fussy, just roughly chop them into little chunks. And then into the pot they go. Then to balance out the sweetness of the Dr. Pepper, we're going to need some acidity. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Now this isn't very much for a hot sauce, but I don't want to overdo it right away. I'll taste the sauce once it's finished, and if the flavor balance isn't quite right, I'll add a little bit more. And now it's time to crack open that can of Dr. Pepper and pour it all in. Next, put the pot over a medium heat and bring it to the boil. Then let that bubble away gently for about 20 minutes until the liquid level has significantly reduced. And once it's fully reduced, what we should be left with is some vegetable chunks in a small amount of concentrated Dr. Pepper syrup. And that should look something like this. I've now let that cool down to room temperature, and as you can see, the syrup has become even thicker. Then we're going to blend everything together. You could do this in a regular blender, but today I'm using a stick blender. So we're blending that and getting it as smooth as we can, and then we'll give it a taste. And this is alright, but the flavor profile needs significantly more acid and a good hit of salt. So I'm going in with another 2 tablespoons of white vinegar and a teaspoon of table salt. And then blending that one more time to make sure everything's really well combined. And one more taste, and that's about perfect. Woohoo! And then to make sure the final sauce is nice and smooth with no seeds or lumps, I'm passing it through a sieve. So just pour a small amount into a sieve or strainer and move it around with a spoon or the back of a ladle so that the sauce passes through and any chunky stuff stays behind. You can skip this step if you don't mind a bit more texture to your sauce, but personally, I think this gives the sauce a much nicer finish. If you're liking this video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing for more. This is a small independent channel and it really helps the channel to grow and to help my content reach more people. So after that, in total, this has given me about 350 mils or 1.5 cups worth of sauce. Lastly, I'm pouring that into a sterilized bottle where it will keep in the fridge for several months. And the end result, this really simple sauce, is a beautiful mix of sweet and savory flavors and punchy chili heat with just enough salt to keep it savory and balanced out with a tangy hit of vinegar, all accompanied by a background note of that unmistakable uniqueness that is Dr. Pepper. Why not give this recipe a try, or let me know down in the comments what soft drinks you think would make good hot sauce. Here is another really delicious hot sauce recipe for you to check out, and until next time, happy snacking.